not fight nobody. I don't.
Came here to say who won it from the jump. Came here to say to get exactly what you want. Came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, we live, you know. We came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, the sports show.
Yeah.
Yerrr.
I'm eating a taco. My bad. Yerrr.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Yerrr Sports Show. I am your host, Big Baby, a.k.a. the soul of R&B. To my bottom left, we have the voice of a generation, Pete Rosado.
What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up?
Shut up.
You know what, Jay? I ain't do nothing to you.
To my bottom right, we
Going
have...
to Jersey. That's what you did.
To my bottom right, we have Mr. Maxine Shaw himself.
You know what? Y'all gonna stop fucking
that.
calling me. You gonna start calling me that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know black people do not like to be grouped in y'all. I've never in my life called you Maxine.
I'm just saying.
Didn't Jay say this last week, too? She was like...
Yeah, she said this last week at the beginning of the episode, too.
We don't like y'all.
Yeah. All right. That's my bad. I got it. Dre and your punk ass, you gonna stop fucking calling me Maxine Shaw. Even though she is
I don't like how you're talking to me, so you're gonna be quiet. No.
Wow. You gonna take that sitting down, Dre?
Yeah, you're gonna be quiet too. And to the top right, we have the Queen Tay. What's going on, Queen?
Nothing much. I thought that I was doing something by changing my own oil in my car, and I captured footage of it, but I'm out of commission for this week without a vehicle, and I'm devastated.
You mean like by yourself you changed it, or you took it to a shop?
I changed it myself. The fuck? Like I changed it
with the filter and everything.
Yes.
Oh shit! Check you out.
I think. I don't know. I think
I mean, so did you do it wrong, or did something go wrong?
Something went wrong. I thought that I was about to go to the oil change place and raise hell because I had just had my oil change like 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. But then I realized that I hit a pothole in Queens that busted my oil pan.
Damn.
Oof.
So while I accomplished changing my own oil for the first time, I realized that wasn't my principal issue.
Oh, so hold up. Flowers to you for changing your own oil and saving money. So none of this is on you. We just got to blame Queens.
I didn't do it to save money. Money is not the object. It was to save time.
We know. We know. Money's definitely not the object.
Nah, not at all, Tay. Not at all.
I tried to do something for myself. I'm like, hashtag goals. Get you a girl that can be
Mama Warbucks.
Mama
Warbucks.
You know what I love though? Tay still out here adding to the resume.
Yeah.
What? All right.
Exactly.
Still adding to the resume.
Exactly.
Can't wait to see you change the tire. That's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, don't jinx me. I've had to change the tire before. Not in my vehicle, but before I had to change the tire.
I mean, as long as you got a spare, jinxing is not an issue. This is.
I don't want to ever go through that. Like, I don't care. Just because it's like there's some people like just because you can do something, don't mean you ever want to do it.
I mean, I get you. Yeah, you're right. 100%.
That's why, like I said, that's why, like, yes, I'm a strong, independent woman and this kind of third and all that good stuff. But I still need my dad, and I still need people like male people to do things that I don't want to do.
The worst part about having to put a tire, like replacing a tire, is when your tires had gotten previously done by like a place and they put the lug nuts on with the automatic machine and you can't get them off.
You talking about the Star shit?
Yeah, but when you go to the shop and they put your tires on professionally, they use the compressed air machine to put your lug nuts back on, and they tighten it. they tighten it to the point where you can't get them off. You
That's
need
why.
that machine to get them off.
So then why not get an impact wrench?
Okay, we getting too far into these. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what.
It's like a drill. It's like a drill, but it takes off lug nuts basically. It's a drill.
I think the term lug nuts is so funny. By the way, I'm trying to be mature and not laugh.
But yeah, it's basically a drill. It's like a drill gun that like takes off.
Being a bunch of lug nuts.
But yeah. Everybody should have that in their trunk of their car.
All right,
No,
I
what
know
everybody.
I know what you guys are getting me for Christmas then.
What everybody. What everybody should have.
Lug nuts or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
No, what everybody should have though, and this is real talk. Real talk. My father got me one a couple of years ago, and it's done saved my life a couple of times. And I got one for my girlfriend. Everybody should go online and look up a halo. It is a small black box that you can keep in your car. You can charge it at home. It will jump your car without the need for long jumper cables or the need to connect to somebody else's car. It has plugs for like a regular 3-prong plug, USB chargers, and also comes.
Hold on. You bought that for your girlfriend as a gift?
Yeah, because she drives in Jersey, so if she needed. Like for something, if God forbid her car died, she had something to jump her car.
Was this a birthday gift or like a random gift or like a Christmas gift?
Well, it was one of her Christmas gifts. One of her Christmas gifts.
I don't even know why you answered that honestly.
No, she told me she wanted it because my car died one time. My battery died one time. And I pulled out the halo. She was about to go like try to flag somebody down. I was like, no. I got it. She's like, what you mean? I pulled out the halo from the car. She's like, what in the world is that? And when she saw me jump my car with this little black box, she was just like, I need me one of those. And I was like, all right, I got you. Done.
So of all the things you could have got her for Christmas, that's what you got her for Christmas?
I got her 3 different things for Christmas. 3 different things. One was jewelry and the other was a trip.
Was it diamonds? What trip? I ain't hear of you going on no goddamn trip since I met you. But go ahead.
I didn't go on a trip. She went on a trip.
To Miami?
No, I don't. She went out with her girlfriends. I think to AC. She wanted to go to AC with her girlfriend.
Well, be happy it was in Miami.
Why be happy it was in Miami?
Because you'll probably meet some Spanish nigga from the Bronx.
She already met a Spanish, you know what, from the Bronx.
Look. I've been to Miami 100 times, right? Legit. And the only thing I got from Miami was a tan and a Gucci bag.
Listen, there ain't nothing in Miami except for drugs, beaches, and knockoff material.
The same thing in AC, so I wouldn't have been impressed.
That sounds like Canal Street.
So at the end of the day, Peter, you better marry this girl.
Listen, put it in the universe. Put it out in the universe, man.
You better marry her.
I'm putting it out in the universe too.
If you was my boyfriend, you would have got dumped. Imagine I'm opening up a halo for Christmas. I'm like, this is not the perfume.
Lord,
she didn't want perfume. She doesn't like many perfumes, so she didn't want anything. Listen, I went through the gamut. You want what I did all the investigations, all of it. At the end of the day, she got jewelry, she got her trip.
I want her as a guest on Tavia's Tea Time because she needs to learn.
Lord. Has the girl not suffered enough? Has she not suffered enough? She's dating a Spanish. She's dating a Spanish nigga from the Bronx.
Yo, there's nothing wrong with a Spanish dude from the Bronx. All right. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. The Spanish dude, there's nothing wrong with it. Matt, let me tell you something. It's about the quality of the girl, not the quality of her partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember that. I mean, I personally never dated a Puerto Rican guy from the Bronx. Have I?
I'm almost certain you did. It's like part of the New York guide to being a woman or something. I don't know, I guess.
A Puerto Rican guy from the Bronx.
Got to.
Never. I don't think I've ever dated anybody from the Bronx.
Especially during the Gasolina era.
No, I had a Puerto Rican dude from Brooklyn. That was my husband.
He was in Bushwick, right?
No, ew. He came from Brownsville.
Oh shit. He was a thug.
He was not. Well, I don't even want to talk about him. Let's it's something else, please.
All right. All right. All right. We've played the dating game and enough, guys, today. So
I think we should have a special dating episode of Tavia's Tea Time because I really have some
pass.
stories to tell.
I'll pass.
yes, we should. Whenever you're ready.
Why would you pass?
I'm gonna need at least a good.
I
2
give
years
some.
for
I
that.
give some insightful. Let me tell you something about Tavia. She gives some insightful advice.
I know you do, but I'm still gonna need some time for that. Is what I'm saying.
For what? I'm not gonna talk about my intimate life.
No, I know that. I'm talking about my own personal situation. I'm gonna need some time for that.
I reserve my personal details for the chat.
Yeah. Oh, right. I'm me personally. I'm gonna need some time for that. I'm not completely shutting it down. It's just right now, nah.
Of course not. I mean, we all go through our times. You know what I'm saying? But what a time to be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Sports is sporting. People are peopling.
Yep.
And halos are halos. So Pete, I expect for you to get me a halo for Christmas too. Thank you very much.
I will do that. Sure, no problem.
Appreciate it.
All right. Let's get into today's topic now.
And then Matt, I want what you call that? A lug nut drill? I want that for
No,
Christmas.
it's called the impact wrench.
I want that.
All right, I got you.
All right. And Dre, what I want for you for Christmas? I'll figure that out later. But anyway,
cool.
let's go.
Cool. Let's get into today's topic.
Can we just try to give myself a shout out only because I'm the only person on camera today? I don't even have an ounce of makeup on. I'm sitting here in my computer glasses, and I'm sitting here with getting ready to catch a flight, and I still showed up. So, shout outs to me.
Yes, definitely shout out to you. You know what? I'll be on camera too.
Thank you.
I'll be on camera.
That's how I rock with Dre. Dre is my
I'll be on camera too. But I look crazy
rock.
right now. Let me put something on.
Yeah, when you came on screen, you look just like Billy D. Williams.
Killing me.
Oh shit.
Colt 45.
I want that right now. So damn tired.
It's too early. It's too early for damn Colt 45, man.
It's never too early.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but I cannot drink beer. It's like the bouginess of me, it's like
I was about to go get a red stripe. Truth be told.
Red Stripe.
Yeah.
What type of Sunday is this?
What we talking about? We talking about the Giants versus the Cowboys and the Chiefs versus the Bills. It's that type of Sunday.
But it doesn't have to be sponsored by Red Stripe.
I didn't say it was sponsored, but I said I was about to go get one.
No alcohol either.
I just said I was about to go get one. I don't drink Budweiser.
I mean, Tay, you're not the only one. I don't drink beer. It's actually more of a health thing for me. Beer does not agree well with my stomach at all. It always makes me sick. So I don't drink beer either.
The last time I had beer, was maybe 18 years ago.
And yes, regularly. Matt, before you ask, yes, that means I do not drink Coronas.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say tequila, but that's either way.
But I drink alcohol. That's the thing. I'll drink alcohol. That's why in college.
No, that's what I said. That's what I said.
I'm
probably going to drink beer. Beer's not for everybody. I started out
college,
drinking
it was
Guinness.
weird. Everybody would play beer pong, and I was like, yo, just give me shots instead.
Nah, I like beer pong.
No, I like beer pong. I just don't like beer.
Today's topics, y'all.
Right. Oh, did you do that?
What?
I saw Pete just get muted. I'm like, did Tay do that?
No, Pete muted himself.
Oh.
My hands are up.
Oh man, where do we start? All right. The NFC East. Which
I
is
thought we were
mostly
going to start with these max contracts that were delved out, and freaking Draymond Green didn't get one.
No, I know he's not getting one. He's
you
gone.
Know what?
after
You
the
know
shit.
what? We do need to speak about that first for sure.
Can we
Um,
say that he
mhm.
dodged a bullet not getting suspended?
Man,
I don't think so.
Pray tell.
I feel like the chemistry and the camaraderie of the team is more important than a suspension. You got to defend your title, and there's dissension within your team. Everybody's looking at you kind of weird because you put Boyd to sleep, and it was honestly it wasn't necessary. Even though I do feel like he pushed him, so you kind of invited. He did push him. He pushed him. He shoved him. He shoved him back, and then
Had
he
no
walked
business.
away.
Yeah,
He
after
had
he
no
got up
business
in his
being in
face
his
and
face.
disrespected his space.
Still,
Yeah,
still,
he
you
had
put.
no
You still,
business being in his face.
I agree with you, but
So
once
Draymond was still the aggressor.
I didn't say he wasn't. I just said, but once you put your head, I could be in your face, but once you put your hands on me,
Once
it's
you
it's
get in my face, I don't. Let me tell you something. And then my grandmother and my mother always told me this. Once you get into my face, that is an invitation to fight.
that's what I say. He should have hit him.
If you in my face like this, the moment you're like this, my hands is ready.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I said, and I agree with Vince. Like the real crime is that it got leaked. It should have been an
I mean,
in-house thing. But
it shows you. It to be honest with you, it just shows you to me the level of immaturity of Draymond Green at this stage in his career. I feel like
okay.
he has nothing to it. All that was unnecessary. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't care what the situation is, the debate was, the argument was. Like I feel like the once somebody puts their hands on me, our dynamic is never going to be the same.
yeah, that's what I said. That's more or less that's the punishment because it takes a lot to win a championship. It's even more championship. So now you already lost important pieces to your team. So now you got to deal with the fact that you're trying to get a bigger contract. That not
I have no idea what you're saying. Yo, why you got frozen doing that face? I gotta take a picture of it so he can see what his face looks like right now.
I mean, at the end of the day, Draymond Green had to know he was not going to get.
You on mute, Dre?
It's all good. It's recorded forever.
Yeah, no.
Look,
Draymond
hold on.
Green had to know he
Hold on.
wasn't getting a max contract. And if this was because of the contract, and if
Now he's going off crazy. Like what
Yeah,
the hell?
not bad service having us.
All right. So at the end of the day, Dre.
Right.
So I agree with Vinny. I think that it's a shame that that video got leaked. I think that shows you have to be extra careful with how you conduct yourself in public spaces. Someone's always recording. Someone's always looking for that next story. You get what I'm saying? So yes, while that should have been handled in house, and I get that we would have been moved on from it, the fact is we're not there. The fact is there is video proof of Poole getting sunned and Draymond just getting a fine, right? And I do feel like it was a crime for it to have been leaked. I think it's wrong, but I think that it speaks to the type of society we live in now.
I agree, 110%. Like,
y'all can hear me now.
yes.
All right.
I just
You
don't.
want
what
me
I
about
just
me?
don't.
Is my audio coming in all right?
Yeah.
Yes. Bad audio having people
Okay.
today. Matt, continue your point.
I was saying like he has like it's hard to win a championship. It's even harder to defend a championship. So it's like you're dealing with the fact that you want to get a bigger contract that you're probably not going to get, and this could be your possible last real big contract, and you kind of lost all faith in your team has lost faith in you. because you are immature. You are doing things erratically. You are acting on your emotions, and now you got like this new. You got this new core that's coming in, and they're performing with Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole, who's Jordan Poole literally carried a good amount of the load, being that Klay Thompson wasn't there in the beginning of the season, and they ran that route that they had that led them to that championship. So it's looking like sometimes that they really don't need Draymond as much as they think sometimes. Yeah, he's like he's a big body on the defense, and he kind of like holds the big men that they can't necessarily contain, but he really worth the contract that he's going to be asking for? So he might eventually end up going to LA or somewhere else because he's expressed that he wants to play with LeBron.
At the
So
end of the
that's
day, go ahead, Matt. I apologize. Go ahead.
now I was saying. So with that being said, like the Golden State Warriors, though they're the favorite, that issue right there is going to be hard, and it's not going to be brought up again, or like the feelings are not bad, like Tavian said. It's hard for me to really look at you the same or want to work with you after that. So yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's more of a punishment than being suspended, truth be told.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, the one thing that I'm going to give to Draymond is we don't know what was said or done that led up to that situation. The video that we see obviously shows Draymond getting in Poole's face, and obviously Poole pushing him and Draymond throwing the punch. We don't know what led to Draymond getting in Poole's face. So this very much could end up being Jordan Poole being the instigator and Draymond just reacting to what had happened, and everything snowballed from there. But right now, it looks like Draymond's in the wrong. But I will say this, right? Draymond has to know he's not going to get a max contract or something like that. At the end of the day, I think a lot of people in the NBA, and to some extent the NFL, the players sometimes forget, like, we're paying you for your performance. And at the end of the day, if you can no longer perform to certain standards, I shouldn't pay you for what's on the back of your trading card if you can't continue to produce that, right? For example, Aaron Judge is going to get a max deal somewhere. It's going to break records with the contract that he's about to get. Why? Because Aaron Judge can still produce the statistics that are on the back of his baseball card. Draymond Green cannot produce anywhere near on a consistent basis the statistics that are on the back of his basketball card from his best years. And
What are you talking about?
unfortunately,
You
a
talking
lot
about
of
offensively or defensively? Because he still is a threat defensively.
Yeah, but being a threat and being at the top of your career is two different things.
and that's the thing. I mean, and a lot of players in the NBA and the NFL want to get paid for their past performance that they can no longer repeat. It's different if Draymond was 26, 27, coming off great years and getting money. Why did they pay Jordan Poole that contract? Because they're fully expecting that over the length of that contract, Jordan Poole will be able to replicate, if not get better, at the stats that he produced last year. They're paying for and
Is that me or him?
performance like Draymond Green's not going to give them future performance that's going to validate getting max money. And listen, I could pay you a little extra because of who you are and what you've done for our team, and give you a little bit of the, like, you are the family, boost in contract. But don't think you're going to get, and he shouldn't be, and this is a reality that I feel like a lot of NBA players and to some extent NFL players have to start to realize. As you get up in age, you have to understand that your money is likely going to go down unless you are one of these players that are an anomaly and can continue to produce at a high level, i.e. LeBron James, even when you are in your upper 30s.
I agree. Nothing more to say about that. I just the only
Yeah,
thing
because
is
Draymond wasn't looking at wasn't looking that impressive those first few games in the NBA Finals. Just not gonna hold you. He wasn't.
He didn't look good at all in the finals.
He
It
didn't look
wasn't just
good
a
at
couple
all.
He
games.
only looked good in one game, in the closeout game.
Yeah, true. And by then, Boston's spirit was broken.
Because
Yeah,
of light skin Jesus.
yeah. Steph had everything to do with them winning that finals.
Oh yeah.
Boy,
But like Steph had everything to do with it. Draymond was like a piece, a little tiny piece on that last game. But
And that's what Draymond has to understand. He is now a piece, not one of the pieces.
I think he was
And I think
always
that's
just
hard.
a piece.
Well, no, I think in the beginning he was one of the pieces. I don't think that Steph and Clay win their early titles without Draymond. I don't think that they do. Obviously, the one with Durant, they had four top players in the NBA, and if they didn't, it'd be like, what the heck were you doing? But at this point, I believe you can take Draymond Green off of the 2023 Warriors, and they would still be a playoff, if not championship caliber team.
I don't know if they won the championship though, because he did have some key moments in there. Granted, not offensively or anything like that, but on a defensive standpoint, yeah, because he took Tatum out of the game a good portion of the time. He took Robert Williams out of the game as well. So I mean, it's like I said, he
No, but I
plays his
think they could
part.
still make there. They could get. I believe Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiseman,
You mean James Wiseman?
James Wiseman, Steph, Clay, all that. That team, you take that entire team and keep them healthy. Let's just say health notwithstanding, and you just take Draymond off that team. That team is still capable of A, making the playoffs, B, making a deep run in the playoffs, and C, possibly making an NBA Finals without Draymond Green.
I mean, like I said, they lost a good couple. They lost. Well, yeah, you said the last year team, so I give you that. Like I said, it's left for an imagination. You really don't know what they're going to be too much capable of this season, being that they lost, Otto Porter, they lost Gary Payton Jr. They lost some bodies and like real important bodies to their defense. So again, we'll see. We'll see.
yes, we shall. Yes, we shall. Dan Snyder. I don't know if everybody's heard about that situation, but Dan
Yeah,
Snyder
Paul.
in Washington. I know. I believe we touched on this a while ago, but there was
He's a
nothing to
thug.
it. It's a reason.
He's a thug.
But Dan Snyder got in trouble for sexually harassing women in the workplace, and amongst other things. And
Whole thug.
he's been trying to get the league has been trying to oust him, but
They
apparently
did.
he has some dirt on the
Or
other
everybody.
31 owners,
Or
as well as
everybody.
Roger Goodell. So the league is trying to put the power in his wife's hands, and I'm sure eventually they're going to figure out a way to get his wife out of power, even though they like his wife. My question to the table is, how much longer do you think it's going to be until we hear what or see what Dan Snyder has for the league?
I don't think ever. I don't think ever. I don't think we ever hear the full breadth of the dirt he has.
It's a secret society. All they ask is trust. That's what I'm trying to tell
Ow, this is my fucking elbow.
you. You heard about Dan Snyder. I want to talk about Ron Ferrara because that shit was funny. Did y'all hear that? Ron Ferrara. Did y'all hear the conference interview after they fucking won that poor excuse of a fucking football game on Thursday?
No.
Oh my God, bro. They just kept asking him about Dan Snyder, right? And he was just getting upset. Then he's like, I think we really should focus more on our team. And, because these guys, they work hard, they play hard. I don't know why he wants us to talk about his team, knowing that they're trash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
then 100%.
motivation.
No, but here's the worst part. So they was like, all right, you want to talk about the team? We're going to ask you about Carson Wentz. my man went on. He said, I don't think he deserves the scrutiny that he's getting. I don't care. I had a list of quarterbacks to choose, and I looked at the stats, and I chose him. Boy. And then he walked off. My man was so bad. Need I remind you, they just won a game. They just won the game. And he got livid. And I think the only thing we can really gather from that is he openly admitted that he picked Carson Wentz with a straight face. Strong. Just wrong and strong.
Not just wrong and strong.
Definitely wrong and strong.
Definitely wrong and strong. It's Carson Wentz. I think he has 99 freaking passing yards within 5 games, ain't it? Bad. It's bad.
I thought Wilkins wanted to come on this show and all hail the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, he didn't want to jinx it.
Am I right? It's 99 yards within 5 games, right? I know I'm not bugging.
No, you're not bugging.
Yo.
He said he didn't want to jinx it.
Bro, I don't know who's worse at this point. Carson Wentz or Baker Mayfield. It's just bad. It's just horrible.
At least Carson Wentz coach is still there.
Shit.
At least Carson Wentz isn't injured. Carson Wentz is on the field.
Baker Mayfield faking that.
I think Baker Mayfield is super trash. I just hate that.
Welcome to the club. I've been championing that for like 3 years and nobody wanted to listen to me.
Peter did.
I'm just saying, like, boy, it's trash. I don't give a fuck about them State Farm commercials. I left State Farm because of that.
You didn't leave State Farm because of Baker Mayfield. Get out of here.
Yeah, you're right. I left because my insurance got high because of all the accidents she was getting into. But yeah.
Wait.
Carson Wentz is trash.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, run that back? What'd you say?
It's exactly what he said. It's exactly what he said.
We'll talk later.
Everything that he just said was exactly what he said.
Yep.
He meant that.
He said what he said.
He definitely said what he said.
Listen, to the Dan Snyder thing, I'll say this very quickly, right? Snyder has tried power plays before with the NFL and every single time has lost. Right? It took them a couple of years to get them to change the name because Snyder was steadfast on I'm never changing the name, never changing the name. You done changed it twice. Already. Right?
And
I
it still
like the football
sucks.
team.
I did.
He tries this all the time. He is a guy who does not like to lose, and he tries the power play all the time.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I want to see what he got on the league. I definitely want to see what he got on Roger Goodell. I'm sure Roger Goodell out here wilding out.
They're gonna assassinate that man before he gets that shit out.
I want to see what he has on Roger Goodell and Jerry Jones.
Boy, he's gonna mysteriously have a heart attack. We will never find out. I don't know why.
Also, do we
mysteriously? Oh, Dan Snyder unfortunately has passed away. Huh? What?
Also, do we? It's interesting. This is the team owner in Washington, D.C. Do we expect any different? This is like House of Cards all over. This is just a political game and the machinations. Dan Snyder doing what everybody in D.C. does. Oh, you coming for me? Well, I got something for you.
He didn't even show up to his court case to testify. I think Roger Goodell ended up having to testify for him.
Sure.
It's that bad, bro. Boy is on a warpath. Like I said, he's gonna mysteriously have a heart attack.
Dan Snyder is a scandal right now. Dan Snyder is Kerry Washington right now.
That boy is a thug. He is a whole thug. He said, "Oh, you motherfuckers is coming for me too. You motherfuckers is coming for me. I'ma burn this whole bitch down. You coming for me?" That's what he's doing. Boy is a thug right now. Boy is a thug. It's training day in Washington. That's what it is.
Right. Oh,
I got tape on all y'all asses.
Crazy. Real quick,
we saw how it ended for Denzel, and it might just end that same way for Dan Snyder.
We have to do a quick pick 5. for the Giants Ravens because they're currently on now. Right now it's 0-0. So I'm picking the
Shit.
Giants.
It's hard, bro. Pause.
I am taking the Ravens. As much as I would like to take the Giants because they have had a fantastic season so far, I don't know. I think I'm going to take the Ravens.
I'm a little weird about it. I'm a little weird because that damn defense has been trash. They played good
Where's
last
the
week.
Giants game, Marianne? Please, thank you.
Bro, I don't know. Shit. Fuck it, I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens.
Tay, you picking your Giants?
Why are you
You know
asking
she.
me? The fuck? Like, of
You
all,
know she is. You know she is. Her and Jay going down that shit on
you
that
know what?
Saquon Barkley shit.
Oh no, because if it was anybody else the Ravens were playing against, I'd pick the Ravens. I'm not gonna pick them against my damn team.
That's what I said. You going down on that Saquon Barkley shit. I know. I see you.
You know what,
Mm,
Dre? I don't even care about Pick 5 anymore. I didn't care about it before the season. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even want to do it.
yes, you didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it. So let's put that out there in the world. I did not want to do it. I was over it. I had a
Fucking loser.
whole argument with y'all back in the scene because I did not appreciate the narrative of people saying that I was chasing after Pete's picks or chasing after Matt's picks and stuff like that. Like that was a very chauvinist comment. So out of protest, I was gonna not be on pick 5 at all.
Which is
So
true.
yeah, which is true. I feel like it's chauvinist. I feel like I know just enough, if not more, about sports than everybody else on this panel. Just no offense, but I just feel like when I was in the lead, like people would make it seem like it was only because of Pete's picks or Matt's picks and stuff like that. And nevertheless, like I won 2 fantasy football leagues going 16-0. So let's just put that out there. But with that being said, I told the guys last night I want Bane to come up and blow the stadiums up. Um,
Wait, what?
For
yeah.
which for the Giants for the Eagles and Cowboys too?
hmm
What?
Oh no,
What?
I need that
What?
to be a I need that to be a tie just because.
I need Bane to come and do what he did in the Batman movie,
You gotta
and
relax.
that's how I feel about this whole NFL season this year. So with that being said, I went all around the world just to say I am very loyal and I love my team, ride or die. They're gonna lose today, but I'm going with the Giants.
I don't know if they're gonna lose. I'm just, like I said, it's kind of hard.
There's a lot of storylines in this game because you have the Ravens' former defensive coordinator going up against Lamar Jackson. So there's a lot of questions over whether or not he's going to be able to neutralize or figure
Good
out a
throw.
way to try and neutralize Lamar. Um, you know, but it's funny because Tavia, I was looking at the Giants' schedule earlier this week, and based on their schedule, if all things hold the way they've been holding, the Giants have a chance to go
Yeah.
possibly as good as 10-7, if not 11-6, in my opinion. I think the Giants could legitimately win if everything stays the way it is and the team keeps playing the way it's playing. They could win double-digit games this year
You really gonna
based on
challenge
their
that
schedule.
cut? It's not really that deep. It's still early.
I feel
But
like
based,
I feel like the Giants are a better team, and that's all I could have asked for because watching them these past few years have been abysmal at best. I believe in his coach. I think that he brought something different in this team that they believe
Yeah,
in themselves. Now, how far that goes, I don't know. Um, are they a Super Bowl contending team? Of
hell
course,
no.
right? But if that core is healthy with Sterling Shepard, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones, you have a lot of legs on that team that can take them further. Now, I feel like the only thing the Eagles have over the Giants is a cupcake schedule.
And a better quarterback. And a better receiving team.
I mean,
And a pretty decent defense.
I still feel like it's a schedule.
That too, but
I don't like Jalen Hurts.
Huh?
The only thing I like about Jalen Hurts is the fact that he's black.
I mean, he's a strong runner for MVP right now.
I'm gonna root for everybody's an MVP.
It's interesting though. I forget who said it. I think it was Harry Douglas. I was listening to Harry Douglas on ESPN radio not too long ago, and he said something very interesting about the Giants receivers that Matt just reminded me of. We get so enamored by the name in the back of the jersey, right? But remember, these are all NFL caliber players. These are all wide receivers that could be great if given the opportunities, if given the right schemes and the right routes to run and things like that. At the end of the day, if we were to take the names off the back of the jerseys, would we really know whose receiving core is better outside of having the names on the backs of the jerseys? A lot of these guys, can ball out. If not all of them can ball out.
So in other words, you're blaming Danny Jones is what you're telling me. I agree with you though. Go ahead. Yeah, cool.
Right. I don't think Daniel Jones is the quarterback of the future for the Giants. I think he's a quarterback that will help stabilize this team to get them to another level, but they will obviously be, any success that they have will have to be with a different quarterback. I don't think it's Daniel Jones. I think having Saquon Barkley has helped a lot, especially an old version of Saquon Barkley in terms of his production, has definitely helped that team. But
we really gonna sit here and play Daniel Jones like that? We really gonna sit here and play Daniel Jones?
I've been saying this about Daniel Jones from the moment they drafted him.
Good.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, he looks great, but he's also playing for a contract because he's got no contract next season.
Wait, great? Whoa, you gotta relax. You gotta relax.
Okay. No, he has no contract.
He looks above. Let me tell you something. He looks better than good, less than great. You know what I'm saying?
He's playing for his career.
He's in that.
How many times have we seen this, Tay?
And he's tough.
It has to be as a quarterback. Not everybody can be Baker Mayfield.
And to be honest with you, you really can't judge this man's past couple of seasons because he never had the stability of. He never really had Saquon all season. He never really had Sterling Shepard all season. He never really had a decent O-line to protect him and give him that. So there were many different. Like I said, I hate making excuses for people, but I saw something in Daniel Jones this season that I haven't seen before from him.
So you want him to be a quarterback of the future is what you're telling me?
Yeah, sure. No. Why the fuck not? Like, come on.
What about you, Drake?
So, no, I got a question. If you have to choose.
If Joe Flacco could still have a job in the NFL, so can Daniel Jones.
So who are you signing? Because you could only sign one of them to a long-term extension. Who are you giving that contract to? Saquon or Daniel Jones?
Oh, I was about to say.
I'm giving it to Daniel Jones.
What?
Wow.
I love Saquon. He's one of my favorite players in the league.
Oh my
right?
Word.
But he has to play a full season for me.
So, but interesting because you just said that one of the reasons why Daniel Jones was not able to do as good as he's doing this season is because he's never really had a full season or even most of a season with Saquon Barkley around, and now you're going to get rid of Saquon to keep Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Because I know for a fact that, let me say something, Daniel Jones is strong. And I feel like Saquon Barkley, I love Saquon Barkley, but the fact that Daniel Jones has him makes him better. Saquon Barkley, to me, is really injury prone for a running back. He is. So do you give him that max contract knowing that there's a chance that you're only going to get six games out of him every season?
You're not 100% sure that you're going to get any great production out of Daniel Jones. It's not like he's making anybody. He's only relevant right now because of Saquon Barkley.
I don't think that's fair either.
But you said it yourself. He hasn't had those certain pieces for a long extended period of time.
Yeah, not
So
only
that
did
could,
Saquon Barkley, he didn't have Saquon. He didn't have Sterling Shepard is very injury prone too.
but that's what I'm saying. That would have been your thing to, like Pete said, if the names wasn't on the jersey and you didn't know, they're still receivers. They still have the they have the talent to make it to the league. So clearly you couldn't make other stars or make other people relevant. He's not that quarterback.
I don't agree.
Tom Brady has picked people
And
out of the
again, how many
stands
times have we
and
seen
made them.
players? How many times in the history of the NFL have we seen players ball out? We have seen players ball out because they need to get a contract. Daniel Jones is not signed beyond this year. So if Daniel Jones doesn't ball out, it's going to be very hard for him to get a contract. And we have seen this
Okay,
out
that's
of
fair.
multiple
But the thing
players
is,
in the history of the NFL.
we're sitting here not looking at the obvious though. The obvious problem to me, Saquon is injury prone.
I agree.
Do I take that? I can build a solid. I could build a solid core of receivers around my quarterback. But do I build a team around the best running back in the league who can't stay healthy?
Ezekiel exactly. Elliott. That's how I see it. It's Ezekiel Elliott all over again.
Yeah, but I still feel Saquon was better than Ezekiel, but he's just not healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what has Ezekiel Elliott really been doing this year? I haven't even heard his name at all.
That's because you got Michael Parsons that's killing the game right now.
Zeke ain't done nothing since he got that contract. Zeke balled out before the contract, got the money, and then got complacent.
I mean, got a crop top shirt.
I think that I'm 50-50 on Daniel Jones.
Exactly.
And the reason being,
I'm 50-50.
the reason being is one, because of what Tay said. The Giants, and I agree with you guys as well, saying, all right, take the names off the back of the jerseys, but at the end of the day, these players have to play. Like I know that injuries are involved or anything like that, but even the backups have to play. I can't blame a quarterback for getting smoked in a pocket in 2 seconds if his pocket is deteriorating as soon as the ball is hiked. I also can't blame him all the time if nobody to throw it to, right?
Which I blame Aaron Rodgers. Amazing.
I mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Use that double standard. Go ahead. I want to see you use it.
No, I'm not gonna blame Aaron Rodgers, but the fact that I'm not gonna get in the conversation and change it into, about an Aaron Rodgers.
No, I'm just saying it's the same thing. The excuse that y'all are trying to use for Daniel Jones, y'all will still crucify Aaron Rodgers for it. Why? Because Tom Brady has picked up no names and made them into freaking Super Bowl stars out of nowhere because he's a great ass quarterback.
But Aaron Rodgers is supposed to.
You're on mute, Ted.
See, again,
Aaron Rodgers hasn't really done that either. Because at the end, you know why you put the pressure on Aaron Rodgers like that? Because of where he is ranked among quarterbacks. Daniel Jones is not ranked that way. Like with take that shit off my screen. Like LeBron James. Like LeBron James. If LeBron James does not bring his team to the promised land, you are going to blame LeBron James. If Aaron Rodgers' teams, as messed up as they play and as good as he plays, you know what happens? When you are the king, you know what I'm saying? It's all your responsibility. Daniel Jones never had to wear the crown.
So then why give him a max contract?
So that he can have the ability to win a crown. To be honest with you, you put the right pieces around him. You know why Aaron Rodgers don't have as many Super Bowl rings as he should? Because he didn't have the right pieces. But it lives and dies off the stars. You know why Tom Brady has all of the rings he has? Because the teams made the right plays and the right moves at the right time. He has on the court, on the field, with his core, and he had the support off the field with the team. You get what I'm saying? My thing is with Daniel Jones, he's had to make plays out of nothing, even this year. to keep the Giants in the game. He got injured. It had to come back. It had to come back on the field to see the Giants through. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fortitude of a quarterback is. And then he went through 3 head coaches since he's been there, or 2 head coaches. This one, I think this is the year that we see what he's made of. And I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, max contract. He's actually playing the best football because he has a better core with him, I feel. But with Aaron Rodgers, Wilkins, you're wrong. Aaron Rodgers is part of the problem. Aaron Rodgers is part of the problem. He's
Blame
not
him for everything.
the whole problem, but he's part of the problem. Because at the end of the day, you can't be like Aaron Rodgers is God. Aaron Rodgers is this. When has he done anything to get that title?
When you have a bad defense and a fucked up ass special team.
But okay, there was many times that Tom Brady played on the field with murderers and nobodies and still made a way out of no way.
We have Bill Belichick. We have Matt LaFleur.
No, you can't give Bill
and Mike McCarthy.
Hold on, you can't give Bill Belichick credit. What has the Patriots done since Tom Brady left? A goddamn thing.
Well, I mean, they're in the rebuilding stages.
How long you gonna? Tom Brady been going for that team for 3 years.
I know, and then he went and joined. And then he went and joined the team that had nothing but freaking Hall of Fame level type players. Come on.
They didn't always have Hall of Fame level.
That Tampa Bay team was deep. They just had freaking James Winston. No, but I'm just saying.
Complete ass.
I mean,
and still, because they have the best quarterback of all time, was able to make a way out of no way. The reason why I'm so hard on Aaron Rodgers is because he gets the adoration and stuff, and he gets the hide behind very goodness. You get what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, he has underproduced as well. But you never hear people saying, "Oh, he's this," or "Oh, he." At the end of the day, your job is to get it done. So why are we holding Daniel Jones at the same standard that we're holding Aaron Rodgers?
No, I'm saying as far as the level of excuses that y'all are coming up as far as the
I'm not giving any excuses.
I didn't say you.
I'm not giving an excuse at all.
I didn't say you. I'm just saying if you're going to say
the moment that ESPN tied Aaron Rodgers for the most important quarterback of the decade alongside Tom Brady, it drew my ire.
I mean, I'm just saying he's great.
I'm just being honest because I never had an unkind word to say about Aaron Rodgers until that moment. Because I'm like,
the fact that he don't talk to his parents.
Yeah, well, that to be honest with you, that's
I agree with Tay.
Yeah,
I agree with Tay. Right, Aaron Rodgers gets the smoke that he gets because of the pedestal he is put on, because of the contract that he got paid. Right, when you get paid that type of money, you are expected to perform at a certain level. And when you don't perform at that
same exact smoke to Russell Wilson.
The question that becomes, hold on, no. And Russell Wilson's getting that smoke this year, right?
And Russell Wilson is getting that smoke so mad. I think, to be honest with you, I think the way that they're talking about Russell Wilson is so effed up, it's almost racist to me. Because at the end of the day, Tom Brady is underproducing too. But I don't hear those narratives about Tom Brady.
Because he's going through a divorce.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That's why.
People go through divorces every day, B. You know what I'm saying? But you still got to get up and produce. I went through a divorce where I was going to lay down and fucking die. I got to get up and do my job. You getting paid millions of dollars.
Man.
You know, the reason why I give Daniel Jones the smoke, and I think a lot of people give Daniel Jones the smoke. I know I'm speaking for myself as well in this situation, but I think the reason why people give Daniel Jones the smoke that he gets is for 2 reasons. One, because he plays for the New York Football Giants. He plays in the media capital of the world, and we all know that playing in New York, regardless of what sport you play in, playing in New York automatically puts a target on your back in terms of sports. Secondly, it's also because of how high he was drafted. It's also the same reason why people give Zach Wilson the smoke in the Jets, because of how high he was drafted. The expectation that comes with draft
nobody
positions.
Got high hopes for anybody who joins the Jets team. At the end of the day, nobody.
No, No.
Nobody.
The expectation for draft position
Nobody
is real.
cares.
If you are picked number 1 overall, okay,
We
and this
expect
goes
players
all
to
the way back.
underperform. It's okay.
Hold
The
on,
pressure's not there.
This goes all the way back. This goes all the way back to Reggie Bush, Mario Williams, right?
jeez.
We will sit here, right? We will sit here and we
Goddamn
will
Kim
debate
Kardashian.
who should go number 1 overall. And then if you don't produce like a number 1 pick, right? The question is, should you have gone number 1? Should you have gone number 2? At the end of the day, Daniel Jones and by extension, Zach Wilson were both picked very, very high in the first round by their respective teams.
Because they needed
so the expectation is if you are picked that high in the first round, right? Think about this. There were no expectations on Russell Wilson when he was drafted because he was not drafted in the first round. He was not drafted. I believe Russell Wilson was drafted in the 3rd round, if I'm not mistaken. There were not expectations on him until Seattle started playing well, making the playoffs and winning the Super Bowl. Then expectations got placed on Russell Wilson. But expectations are placed on a first-round pick from the moment you are drafted. But this is also the reason why we stopped giving the max contracts. Remember, they changed the draft structure because remember, it used to be that when you were picked number 1, number 2, number 3 overall, you got a ridiculous contract before you even threw a pass, right? And that's why they changed that, because the crown should be the contract. You should earn the contract, right? But at the end of the day, Daniel Jones gets the smoke that he gets because he plays for the New York Football Giants and because he was picked as high as he was in the first round. So there are expectations that come with that draft position.
And he's an average fucking quarterback. He's an average NFL quarterback. There's no level of greatness to him. So when we're talking about giving a max contract to an average NFL quarterback, it's blasphemy. It's fucking blasphemy.
But it happens. But it happens.
I hear you. Are you right? You're 100% right. But I'm in need for Boy to at least win the NFC East and win a playoff game before we giving him all his credit and shit and make it seem like he really did something.
Yo, y'all talk with selective amnesia really bad, and I get really annoyed about this because, first of all, nobody's ever going to compare anybody from the Jets with anybody from the Giants. That's number 1, right? If you are drafted really high from the Jets, the burden on your back isn't there because they expect you to perennially underperform. Because the Jets teams over the past few years have been terrible. Now, the only problem I feel, and I agree with Peter, with the expectation with the Russell Wilson and the Tom Brady's, when they overperformed the expectations, because they were both never drafted first in the draft, or drafted in the top, or even in the first round. So the fact that they were able to do amazing things with their career, you get what I'm saying, despite not being drafted as high, is a positive. And I'm not going to turn that into a negative. Okay? We also have to realize Russell Wilson is needed. He's been in the league almost as long as Aaron Rodgers. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is, Aaron Rodgers has underperformed as well. So it's not about the smoke. Because if Aaron Rodgers does well this season, it's because he's supposed to do well this season. You paid him that money to do well this season. If Russell Wilson does well this season, he's supposed to do that. You get what I'm saying? Tom Brady can hide behind the fact that he's 44 years old and did all that he needed to do. So in that way, he's going to evade the smoke.
As best as possible.
I'm just going to be real. Even if they miss, by any rare sense of the word, if they miss the playoffs, people are not going to be mad at Tom Brady because you know what the narrative is going to be?
He went through a lot.
He had nothing else left to prove.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? I still feel like Aaron Rodgers still has a lot left to prove before he retires.
I agree.
Even more so than Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Why? Because there was no drama associated with him in the Seahawks franchise. He's somebody who shows up, does his job, goes home. He's not getting a lot of that fanfare. He's not getting a lot of that. Now, when he went to the Denver Broncos, everybody just thought that the Denver Broncos was going to be a Super Bowl contending team. I didn't think that at all. I leveraged expectations. Now with Daniel Jones, if not him, then who?
That's the problem.
And that's
Who?
not the problem.
No, but I'm just saying, if we all can sit here and agree and think like, yo, he is legit an average NFL quarterback. He's not nothing crazy or nothing special. He's a pretty decent quarterback. But are you going to look at him at the same light as you looked at Eli and think that, yo, he can get it done? Because none of us don't think he's going to win us. None of us don't think he can carry the Giants to the Super
The reason
Bowl.
why we looked at Eli the reason why Eli, and I love Eli, is one of my favorites because I'm a Giant, all that stuff, right? The reason why people looked at Eli to get it done is because he got it done against Brady twice. Now, if the Giants never win those Super Bowls, Eli would forever have lived in his brother's shadow as the second Manning who couldn't.
Yeah.
Eli had expectations placed upon his soldiers because he was picked number 1 overall and because his last name was Manning before he stepped on the field. They thought he was going to be the savior. Yes, he ended up winning 2 Super Bowls, and that was great. But before that boy ever threw a pass in the NFL, he already had hefty expectations placed on him because he was picked number 1 overall and because his last name was Manning. Because I guarantee you, if he was Eli Fungerdunk, he wouldn't have been the number 1 overall pick. It's because his last name was Manning that he ended up being the number 1 pick because they expected him to perform like his brother. And granted, he won 2 Super Bowls for the Giants, so he did smash expectations in New York. But he had expectations placed on him from day 1.
But the thing is, you can't, but also getting back to Daniel Jones, right? You can't deny, let me just be real. We talking about the bum ass Baker Mayfield. We talk about Carson Wentz. He's way in those are what I consider average to less than average quarterbacks, right?
But he's in the same boat as them.
I don't think so. He's even outperformed every game apart from one. He's done over 100 plus passing yards.
You're talking about this season. He's outperformed them this season. But that's what I'm saying. This season, he's looked better than what he normally does.
In 2021, 2,228. 2020, 2,943. And 2019, 3,027. With above 85 ratings, quarterback ratings every year. That's nothing to scoff at. It's nothing to scoff at. Nothing. I'm just being real with y'all. That's nothing to scoff at.
So what contract are you giving him then? How much money are you giving him?
How much money are we giving him? I feel like I can place the team on Daniel Jones
to win a Super Bowl.
Not when you have what's his name?
Ooh.
Not in the league where you have Patrick Mahomes. What the dick? Why can't I remember this guy from the damn Bills?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
And still,
for me, I'm finding a way to keep them both. Whether that's franchising Saquon, and I don't think Daniel Jones should get a max contract.
At all.
I don't. But I also...
You keep Jones, though. You don't get rid of Jones.
No, I would keep him simply because unless they tank, unless they automatically fall apart and lose out the rest of the season, there's no way they're going to get a high enough draft pick to get one of the best college quarterbacks coming out this year. So in that case, if you
draft
can't,
is always a gamble too. I'm sorry.
Oh yes, always a gamble, 100%. But if you can't put yourself in position to get somebody who, based on their resume, makes you think that you could upgrade off of Daniel Jones, and you can't sign. Look, listen, I think that the Giants make a huge run, and I honestly believe this. Unless something changes this season where a contract gets signed, I think the Giants make a huge run at Lamar Jackson.
So you really think there's going to be 3 playoff teams out of the NFC East? Are you serious?
I don't know. I think the Giants have an easy schedule.
You're dragging it, bro. I don't see them making it over the Cowboys.
The Giants have an easy schedule. let's just be real about it. Look at
So
the
does the
schedule.
Eagles.
Right? No. I think the Eagles are going to win this division.
But I
Okay.
do like how
I-
Matt always changes the narrative. He'd be like the Cowboys and the Eagles.
No,
Before
but
Right,
no,
I
I'm
think-
talking as far as
Dre,
I'm
you
talking
see
about
what
as
I'm
far as
talking about,
playoff
though?
spot. No,
Dre,
I'm saying as far as
Dre.
playoff spot.
Right. You
No,
see what
I'm
I'm talking
saying-
about, though?
I'm
You see
saying
what I
as
mean?
far as playoff
Alright.
spot. As far as
Listen,
playoff
I
spots,
think-
we know that the Cowboys and the Eagles are the better teams right now than the Giants.
I could
We're
see
not
that.
saying
Listen,
that they're not
if
bad,
the
but
Giants, with the schedule they have, if the Giants keep playing the way they're playing, with their schedule the way that it is, and they beat the teams they're supposed to beat, I honestly believe the worst the Giants can do is 9-7.
I agree with that, too.
Yeah, I agree as well.
I can see
You know-
them winning 5 to 6 more games this season. Period.
you know, the
Right.
crazy thing is we're
And
still
I
stuck
think-
on pick 5.
because
Yeah,
of
we
how
have to. Yeah, we do have to start Big 5.
because of how weak the NFC is looking, I could see 2 or 3 teams
2.
coming out of the NFC East if the Giants continue to play this way. I could see the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Eagles come out of this division. I don't think it's going to happen, but if they all play the way that they're playing and they do what they're supposed to do, it could happen. It could. Because I don't see another team in the South, outside team wins the South, winning a wild card. I don't see another team out West winning a wild card unless the Cardinals or the Rams all of a sudden turn it around. And I don't see a lot of greatness in the North either. You have the Vikings and the Packers, and that's it. That is it.
And the Packers
So, yes, you could.
a wild card.
Right. You could see 3 teams coming out of the NFC East, if only because the rest of the NFC just looks like trash.
Yeah.
2 teams are coming out the NFC East this year. 2.
I know it's a guaranteed too.
Guaranteed.
It's a guaranteed too.
And to be honest with you,
Guaranteed
like I said, I feel like the Eagles are frauds. I feel like they remind me of the Steelers of last year. They're fraud. Cowboys are frauds too.
We know what the Cowboys are gonna do.
Yeah, we know the Cowboys are gonna Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys are gonna Cowboys. So
The Cowboys are gonna Cowboys. Now, but to be honest with you, they don't cowboy until the playoffs. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be Cowboy time as soon as the playoffs starts. But let's get into the rest of the pick 5 now that we're here.
By the way, big ups to Dre and Matt. Both of y'all went 5-0 last week in pick 5.
I don't even be remembering what I picked.
What is the record right now, Pete?
The records right now, I am in first place after a 4-1 week at 17-8. Dre and Matt are tied for second place after a 5-0 undefeated week at 12-13. And Tay went 3-2 to drop to 11-14. So she's a game behind Dre and Matt.
Some bullshit. That dude from Vietnam set you up good.
So Cardinals and Seahawks.
Shit.
I'm taking the Seahawks. Taking the Seahawks. The Seahawks score on 85% of their possessions in the first half, and the Cardinals have gone scoreless in the first quarter of games this year. So I'm taking Geno Smith and the Seahawks.
It's biased, but I'm going with him though on that one. Geno Smith has been performing, and it almost made me regret the fact that he's not a Jet no more. But it is what it is.
Well, what are you going to do with the Jets?
Look, we ain't gonna do this.
What's he going to do with the Jets?
We're not doing this right now.
Pray tell.
Okay. All right. You got it.
I'm picking the Cardinals. I'm going to pick the
Why?
Cardinals.
Bro, Kyler Murray needs some. He needs some smoke.
I forgot all about Kyler Murray. I'm not even gonna lie.
The way he's been fucking playing.
I'm going with the what's the name? Seahawks.
Cardinals. I'm going with the Seahawks stuff.
So you Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals. I like Geno Smith, but I think Geno Smith may have run his course. We will see.
Well, it's not really all
Bill,
about him. It's the defense that's been putting him in positions where he just got to make smart plays.
yeah, I understand. I
All the
understand.
Giants have to
But
do in this game is keep Lamar Jackson off the field.
basically, Bills Chiefs.
Because the Ravens defense is trash, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking at them.
garbage, garbage. The Ravens defense is terrible.
I
All
know
right.
that's why I
Terrible.
almost didn't want to fucking pick them.
Bills Chiefs, guys. I'm gonna pick the Bills in this one.
Picking the Chiefs.
I'm picking the Bills. I think this is going to be a shootout. This is going to end probably in a field goal somewhere.
Like
But I'm
always.
picking Buffalo.
Like literally like always. Their game's always damn
Always.
near end of the damn field.
You're picking KC, Matt, you said?
Yeah,
But
I'm
you
taking
know what?
KC.
The Kansas City been playing on God mode right now too. So I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
They've been looking more impressive than the Bills. I'm not even gonna front, even though I've been screaming the Bills' praises over the past like 2 years. The Chiefs look better than they've looked in years. They look
Shout out
almost
to
as good as
Juju.
that Super Bowl. They look almost as good as their Super Bowl.
Shout out to Juju.
I'm sorry, I am
So
so.
are you taking the Chiefs, Tay?
What?
Are you taking the Chiefs?
Yeah, sure.
Cowboys Eagles.
I'm going with the Eagles this time.
Same
You know
here.
what?
I'm actually picking the Eagles as well.
I think,
I
but
would pick
even
the
though I'm going
Eagles
with the
too.
Eagles, I think the Cowboys are gonna win. I don't think the Eagles stay undefeated this week.
Why do my shit keep
Let's
Yeah,
go, Giants. Let's go. This game got me hyped.
I'm going with the Eagles as well.
Matt, you taking the Cowboys or the Eagles?
He's doing daddy.
No, it wasn't that. My my internet keep going in and out.
No, you need to stop using McDonald's Wi-Fi, sir.
Wow.
Not McDonald's free Wi-Fi.
Damn, no rebuttal. It's the McDonald's. All right, we'll come back to him. Broncos Chargers.
I've been screaming the praises of the Chargers for ages, and I'm going to take them again. I have very little faith in what Denver's doing. I think their coach does not know how to coach an offense. So I'm taking my Chargers and Justin Herbert.
I didn't choose I chose the Eagles in the last game, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I figured it was gonna be Eagles for you too. I just didn't want to speak for you.
I'm going with the Broncos as well. I still believe in Russell Wilson.
I don't.
They gotta figure it out. They gotta figure it out. So I'm going with the Broncos.
Going with the Chargers. Going with the Chargers. It's time to wrap them up. He got all that money and he's showing his worth.
Who, Russell Wilson?
No, I think a lot of it's on that coach. I think Nathaniel Hackett is terrible.
I think, let me say something. We got to be real careful how the fuck we talk about Russell Wilson. I'm just being real with you.
I doing this on purpose. I knew she
be real careful with how we talk about Russell Wilson in these streets.
Playing like
I think Russell Wilson's an elite quarterback. I've said it for a long time when everybody tried to keep him out of that elite conversation. I think Russell Wilson's an elite level quarterback. But Nathaniel Hackett in Denver is just destroying this man's career through 5 games.
You saying that's destroying his career? I think the fact that he kept getting hit is destroying his career. It's cutting off his lifespan in the league. He keeps getting hit.
Right.
Between him and Joe Burrow, I don't know who gonna retire faster. It's bad.
Yeah, Joe Burrow might be done after this season. God forbid, but Jesus, the way he keep getting hit.
Listen, still not as bad as what happened to David Carr.
Yeah.
I think Joe Burrow's leading the league in
sliding
sacks.
in a way so David Carr can get hit. So
no, seriously, I think Joe Burrow leading the league in getting sacked.
Yes.
That's bad, bro.
Yeah. But Queen, who do you have? Broncos, Chargers. You freezing and clapping for the Giants?
Is she freeze?
She frozen on my screen.
Yeah, she froze on my screen too.
Yeah, she froze on my screen.
Oh, there you go.
I'm back. What are we talking about now?
Broncos, Chargers.
Stick with your
Because
man.
the last time I picked the Chargers, they disappointed me and they lost. Hold on. Come
Stick
back
with
to
your
me.
man. Stick with your man.
That's the last game and that's the last topic. So you pick it in the chat then, because that's the Monday night game.
Yeah, I'll pick it in the chat.
Stick with your
Like-
man. Stick with your guy, Mr. Elite Quarterback.
Oh, you gonna fix your little ass mouth and say that? Quarterback? You really gonna sit here and play with me like that?
Stick with your guy. I said, stick with your guy, Mr. Elite Quarterback.
All right, then I'll go with the Broncos then. I don't care. Like this pick 5 means nothing to me. I don't even want to do it.
All right. So Tay has the.
All right, bye, y'all. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because y'all my Giants.
Real quick before we sign off, Dre, I just want to say Padres first time in the National League Championship Series since 1998, knocking out the Dodgers last night in the NLDS, and the Phillies knocking out the defending champion Braves. So we will have the Phillies versus the Padres in the NLCS. Houston swept the Mariners after an 18-inning just back and forth. It was an incredible game last night. But Houston back in the ALCS, and right now the Yankees are teetering right now. They have a 2-1 deficit against the Cleveland Guardians. Game 4 is tonight. The Yankees don't win Game 4, they are knocked out and will not make it to the next round. So very interesting, but big ups to the Padres and the Phillies knocking out 2 of the presumed favorites in this year's playoffs, especially the defending champion Braves.
You said they're the favorites? I said the Astros are the favorites.
Well, in the NL, a lot of people were putting a lot of stock in either the Braves as the defending champions or the Dodgers, who had won 111 games, I think, this year.
Yeah.
You know, Padres, last time they were this far in the playoffs, Tony Gwynn and Trevor Hoffman played for that team.
You got to see what the Padres do, because they're still without their ace. I mean, they're not their ace. They're, one of the best players in the league, because he wants to take steroids. So
yeah, but they still have Juan Soto, Manny Machado.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great pitching staff. I mean, they still have a lot of pieces on this Padres team, even without Fernando Tatis Jr.
I don't think they get past any of those teams in the AL. But
well, there's going to be a question of they could get past the Phillies right now and make that World Series.
Yeah, we shall see. But family, that is a wrap. Shout out to the Job Safe Network on the shows of Job Safe Network. For the voice of the generation, Pete Rosado. For BK Matt, for the Queen Tay, it is your boy, Big Baby, signing off. Peace.